In today's tutorial, we are going to draw and color a cute taco. Tacos are one of my favorite foods too. Yeah, I like tacos and they're fantastic. So we're gonna use our markers and have our papers ready and get filled, and let's start this artwork. So we're gonna start with the lettuce, and I actually wanna use is green, but first of all, let's fill up with the highlights on those edges to know that the light is directly hitting straight through. So I found a enough perfect color for the highlights. Let's use mint green. Okay, and we're gonna make some thin small crescent shapes like at the edges. Okay, so we're gonna make up to here. Okay, so there we got 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and this will be the 4th one. Okay. And the 5th, well, let's stop till here. Okay, this doesn't seem too bad. And for the base color, let's use bean green, which is actually number 60. Okay, and first of all, we're going to trace. So let's do the bottom ones first, and then the sides. Let's see how we will get into that. Okay. Okay, so now for the sides. And for the top, we'll make sure that we don't want to way to overlap the highlight strokes, because I may still want to see them. We'll do it somewhat about that. Okay. You gotta be way very careful with them. All right. Ooh. Okay. All right. Now we can fill them in. And we're also gonna be coloring the other lettuce part, the other leaf, with the same color. It looks definitely great. Now we're gonna do the shadows. I feel like the marker strokes are a little bit wet, so we'll use the shadow color afterwards. So now we're going to focus on the tomato and the tomato slice, and we're gonna choose lobster red this time, which is a specific red color of the tomato. Okay. So I must simply make a gap, like I'm gonna create it to trace a gap to know that where the highlight point is. And then now I'm going to outline this, trace the object first before coloring it in. We're also gonna simply do that here. We're gonna make a beam like this. And then a circle. Or wait, actually, let's just make the highlights like on the top, since I'm going to fill this in, but not the circle one. Yep, sorry guys. Okay. Yep. Just overlap this highlight stroke that you leave it white. It will eventually turn out anyway. And then for the leaf, let's use green. And it's a little bit small. I'm not sure you can guys see pretty well, or I could see it kind of better to fill the tomato leaves in. Okay. Yep, not a big struggle. And we're gonna fill in this meat here. I meant the beef for the taco. We're gonna use the olive brown color, which is a great resourced color. I meant the source color for the tacos beef. Okay, looking good. And now for that part, we're gonna call it the cheese part. Okay, and we're gonna use an orangey yellow color this time, but seems to an orange to me. Maybe even close to a yellow, not so quite for that. We're gonna use this, or why don't we actually create some highlights first before we can definitely fill in with a base color. Let's use lemon yellow, number 9, because I found that pretty common color into that amount product. And this one as well, number 8, ochre gold. This looks actually fantastic. Okay, So now we're gonna be filling in the shadows this time. Yep, for the lettuce. And you know that what I was saying, let's see, where is it? Oh yes, we'll use leaf green, which is number 98. Okay, and now we're gonna follow those strokes with the objects underneath the leaves. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Okay. Well, no matter what the depth is for the shadow strokes, it will definitely still looking cute. Alright, good things come to an easy fix. Alright, so we are going onto the crust dough part, which is the base body of the taco. And so we are going to use the color for the taco, which color I have it here is olive gold, number 24. Yep, we're just gonna fill into that part. Optionally, you can create a face. Yep, a cute face for the very front part of the taco if you want. But you have to draw the face first with a pencil before you color them in. I'll say, this is looking incredible. And now, it's time for some outlines. I have something to show you. See? I just bought this outliner and it is a great art utensil for mastering the strokes, for outlining the details, but not the inner details, with each part of every artworks to make it looking so cute and cartoonistic without any outnumbering strokes. So if you want this, I have a link there in the description down below, so you could definitely use it. Yeah. And one more thing, because this outliner doesn't bleed, unlike the Sharpie outliners. So we're gonna use an outliner and we're going to overlap with the pencil strokes, the ones from where we've just drew that we've started, and make sure that you do not necessarily outline those white parts, since those are the highlights there, as well as those highlight colors too and the shadows. We're not gonna outline any lighting strokes, but we're only just gonna do the direct way. Okay, and some inner details as the textures. And I think we've done it. And that's the end of the delicious looking, tasty, and yummy artwork. Wow, why don't we celebrate and share it? And that's the end of my artwork tutorial. So give a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I will see you again next time.